Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco open up about past relationships and the trauma and baggage it caused them. We got to talk about this, but before we get into it, hello, my name is Sebastian and I spill pop culture tea videos every single day. So if you're looking for a new messy best friend, you have found me. Best friend, it is Monday. I welcome you all with the biggest hug. I'm so grateful and thankful to start the week off with you all. And I know that this week is going to be very blessed for all of us. And just want to let you guys know, if you start off on the wrong foot, girl, it is a-okay, honey, because there's always tomorrow. There's always 5 minutes from now. Listen, let me just say this, okay? You have a moment in your day where it just sucks. You get some bad news, you stub your toe, you lose the bus, you whatever puts you in a fucking bad mood, girl. It doesn't mean that that's the whole day, okay? 5 minutes from now, your whole smile can go from upside down to, frown upside down to, girl, you know what I mean. You could smile. 5 minutes from now, you could be in the best mood possible. So don't give up on that future self. Don't give up on you're deserving of happiness. Don't give up on that energy, okay? You promised me. All right, let's start this week off strong and drink your water. Cheers. You know I gotta motivate my besties. Okay, so listen. Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco were on the Shetty podcast. I've seen Jay before. I don't know much about him, but oh my gosh, he talks so beautifully. Like, the way he expresses himself and the way that he just looks into your eyes. And oh my Lord, like I feel so inspired just watching this damn podcast. But I really, first of all, want to highly suggest you guys go watch, because it's an hour and something minutes. It's amazing. They open up about absolutely everything. But one segment, of course, is causing the biggest, I guess, reaction, right? And it's a long podcast, so there's a lot to dissect, but we're going to talk about this one in this video. We might do a couple of other videos because it's an hour and a half, I think. So this is something, and you guys know, first of all, you guys know I joke, I sing, I laugh, I dance, I do all these things, but I feel like we need to talk about this because it's so interesting what they shared. Benny and Selena talk about how in their relationship, when you date someone, you're not only dating them, you're dating everyone who they've dated before, and you are getting to know all the baggage and all the traumas that the people carry, right? And there's one part in the podcast where they talk about trust, and they talk about how do you trust somebody, and how do you know if you can trust. And Selena says that, because of her schedule, she travels and she works 13, 14-hour days. And that with Benny, she doesn't feel the need to stress about what is he doing? Who is he with? What is he getting himself into? That she trusts him completely. And I think that's something so beautiful. She says, he doesn't give me any type of reason to doubt him. And Benny then speaks, and he says something that I think so many people need to learn, okay? All the straight guys, gay guy, every single person in a relationship needs to know this. Giving your partner the tools that they need to be okay. When he said, of course it's not word for word, but when he said that he understands what Selena Gomez needs to feel safe, and he does it. And he says that most people, they're like, I just don't know what they want. Like, they're not speaking clear. And Benny's like, but they are. They're telling you exactly how they feel. And he checks in on Selena because he knows that she needs that. She then says that she has never felt this safe and this trusting in a relationship before. So, of course, people are bringing in the Bieber. So, of course, everybody is, talking about the Bieber. So let's talk about the Bieber and how people believe that Selena Gomez threw some shade at her past. Listen, Justin is part of her past. Absolutely, he is, right? Yes. Now, she's also had other relationships in her past, correct? Yes. Obviously, Justin was the most publicized, most famous relationship she's had. Yes. Okay. We're all in agreement of that. Her story is her story. She has every single right to talk about her story. She has every single right to say she never felt trust. She has every single right to say she never felt communication or whatever else she feels that she never had with any of her exes until Benny Blanco. This doesn't mean that she's bringing him up again. In no way, shape, or form did she mention his name. She didn't even mention what boyfriend it was, okay? We have to allow Selena Gomez to have a damn past. We have to allow Selena Gomez to talk about, this podcast was about their relationship, okay? This whole album is about their relationship. She has every single right to. And for those fans out there of Justin who are upset that she said she didn't have any trust or feel safe or communication until this relationship, why are you upset? This is what she felt. And this is what her ex-boyfriends lacked. Period. They did not make her feel safe. They did not make her feel trusting. They did not make her feel like they had communication. Period. Okay? Who cares? You're not in the relationship and neither am I. Right? Now, I understand if she would have sat there and be like, oh, girl, you know, Justin Bieber, girl, he has a small dick and he is disgusting and he smells. I would have been like, girl, that's wrong, right? But she didn't. She talked about how she feels with Benny comparison to her past and how she had to rebuild that because she never had that before. And I think that is so beautiful to understand what you didn't have and versus what you deserve. Because oftentimes we find ourselves in relationships and we think that this is it. But girl, we are deserving of a wonderful partner. We are deserving of having our boundaries respected. We are deserving of a peaceful environment. Period. And if your partner does not give you that, I'm sorry, there is someone out there who is willing to do so. So that's it. That's all I got to say about that, best friend. I understand that she talked about her ex, but it has nothing to do with what if it has to do with The Weeknd? What if it has to do with another ex? Well, who knows? But you know what? Let's just dissect this. You know, Benny says that he doesn't need Selena to check in on him. You know, doesn't need to check in. Like, he trusts her 100%. And that it's not a bad thing, but that he understands because of everything she's been through and everything she's lived. And of course, the career she has, it's hard to trust people. And you're terrified, you know, of getting hurt. You're terrified of being humiliated in public. You're terrified of having another broken heart like Selena. That's why she was 5 years single. And you know what I found so interesting was how Benny Blanco speaks so real and he speaks so kind and he speaks so honest and raw and communicative. And Selena says that she's never felt safer. Now, of course, people are bringing in the Bieber like we talked about. Now, listen, I thought about how to bring in, why are people like bringing in the Bieber and this, that. I'll tell you this. When you're in a relationship, right, you think that and you're in love and everything is great. You think that is all that it is, right? You don't have the capacity in that moment to really kind of like think to yourself and say, okay, am I okay with this forever, right? And like she expressed it, there was no trust. There was no checking in. There was no, communication like she has now, right? She said it, that she has never felt this before. So with the Bieber, I believe, in my opinion, what I'm understanding is that she did not have the trust or the communication. And one thing that I really appreciate from Benny is even though he doesn't need it, he gives it. And that is something that really woke me up because oftentimes humans are like, well, you know what? Like, I don't need that. So why the hell should I give it? Like, it is so crazy. Like, it really is absolutely insane how simple, yet how crazy it is. You know, I'm married, with my husband. Last night, you guys know I'm always sharing. But last night, it was like 1 in the freaking morning. And I just vented about so many things at once. It was like word vomit just coming out. And he listened and listened and listened and listened. 2 a.m. Listened. 2:30. Listen. And I was listening to what he was saying, responding, and what he was thinking. And we checked in on each other. And there were things that I found myself telling him that I wasn't even prepared to tell him, right? But when you feel like you're in a safe situation, you are capable of doing things that even surprises you and what you think you're capable of doing. So I appreciate Benny Blanco being so kind and thoughtful and sweet and understanding, because Selena, she was broken and she had to rebuild herself. She had to put her own pieces together. And she is her own glue, but he protects her from breaking. And that is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I just tell you, after you watch this Jay Shetty podcast, trust and believe, you will never think negative about Benny Blanco again. You just won't. There's nothing to speak negative about Benny, because the way that he is so kind to Selena is so beautiful to see. And I appreciate it as somebody who cares for Selena. I don't know her, never met her, I'm not on her payroll, I'm not her cousin, I'm not her brother, I'm not her friend, but I'm someone who admires her from afar. And I'm grateful that he is in her life. And a lot of people are saying that she's throwing shade at Justin and this and that. It has nothing to do with Justin. This has to do with her past. Plus, Justin is not her only relationship she's had. So I really suggest you guys watch it. I'm halfway through. I'm going to continue to watch it. And I actually decided to do another video just on like some key points. But I really want you guys to watch it. And if you've ever had any doubts about Benny Blanco, come back to the comment section and let me know if you still have them after watching that. So what do we think? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you all. I just want to say thank you all. Seriously, I did a video yesterday and I'm responding to comments right now. But you guys were so incredibly sweet, and it was me kind of like opening up about everything in my past and stuff, and you guys were just so kind. So just thank you all very much for that. It doesn't go unnoticed, and my mom's always sending me screenshots of your guys' comments because, you know, so kind and nice, and I love our community. I'm so grateful to start the week off with you all, and I hope and pray that this week is beautiful for all of us. And I love you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Bididi, boppity.